Doctor, doctor! Cried Barrois, who felt another fit coming. Will they never bring that emetic? Asked the doctor. Here is a glass with one already prepared, said Villefort, entering the room. Who prepared it? The chemist who came here with me. Drink it, said the doctor to Barrois. Impossible, doctor, it is too late, my throat is closing up. I am choking. Oh, my heart. Ah, my head. Oh, what agony. Shall I suffer like this long? No, no, friend, replied the doctor, you will soon cease to suffer. Ah, I understand you, said the unhappy man. My God, have mercy upon me. And, uttering a fearful cry, Barrois fell back as if he had been struck by lightning. d'Avrigny put his hand to his heart, and placed a glass before his lips. Well? Said Villefort. Go to the kitchen and get me some syrup of violets. Villefort went immediately. Do not be alarmed, M. Noirtier, said d'Avrigny, I'm going to take my patient into the next room to bleed him. This sort of attack is very frightful to witness. And taking Barrois under the arms, he dragged him into an adjoining room, but almost immediately he returned to fetch the lemonade. Noirtier closed his right eye. You want Valentine, do you not? I will tell them to send her to you. Villefort returned, and d'Avrigny met him in the passage. Well, how is he now? Asked he. Come in here, said d'Avrigny, and he took him into the chamber where the sick man lay. Is he still in a fit? Said the procureur. He is dead. Villefort drew back a few steps, and, clasping his hands, exclaimed, with real amazement and sympathy. Dead? And so soon too? Yes, it is very soon, said the doctor, looking at the corpse before him, but that ought not to astonish you. Monsieur and Madame de Saint-Méran died as soon. People die very suddenly in your house, M. de Villefort. What? Cried the magistrate, with an accent of horror and consternation. Are you still harping on that terrible idea? Still, sir, and I shall always do so, replied d'Avrigny, for it has never for one instant ceased to retain possession of my mind.
and that you may be quite sure I am not mistaken this time, listen well to what I am going to say. M. De Villefort.
The magistrate trembled convulsively. There is a poison which destroys life almost without leaving any perceptible traces. I know it well, I have studied it in all its forms and in the effects which it produces. I recognize the presence of this poison in the case of poor Barrois as well as in that of Madame de Saint-Méran. There is a way of detecting its presence. It restores the blue color of litmus paper reddened by an acid, and it turns syrup of violets green. We have no litmus paper, but, see, here they come with the syrup of violets. The doctor was right, steps were heard in the passage.
M. d'Avrigny opened the door, and took from the hands of the chambermaid a cup which contained 2 or 3 spoonfuls of the syrup. He then carefully closed the door.
Look, said he to the procureur, whose heart beat so loudly that it might almost be heard, here is in this cup some syrup of violets, and this decanter contains the remainder of the lemonade of which M. Noirtier and Barrois partook. If the lemonade be pure and inoffensive, this syrup will retain its color. If, on the contrary, the lemonade be drugged with poison, the syrup will become green. Look closely. The doctor then slowly poured some drops of the lemonade from the decanter into the cup, and in an instant a light cloudy sediment began to form at the bottom of the cup. This sediment first took a blue shade, then from the color of sapphire it passed to that of opal, and from opal to emerald. Arrived at this last hue, it changed no more. The result of the experiment left no doubt whatever on the mind. The unfortunate Barrois has been poisoned, said d'Avrigny, and I will maintain this assertion before God and man. Villefort said nothing, but he clasped his hands, opened his haggard eyes, and, overcome with his emotion, sank into a chair. Chapter 80. The Accusation.
M. d'Avrigny soon restored the magistrate to consciousness, who had looked like a second corpse in that chamber of death.
Oh, death is in my house, cried Villefort. Say, rather, crime, replied the doctor.
M. d'Avrigny, cried Villefort, I cannot tell you all I feel at this moment: terror, grief, madness.
Yes, said M. d'Avrigny, with an imposing calmness, but I think it is now time to act. I think it is time to stop this torrent of mortality. I can no longer bear to be in possession of these secrets without the hope of seeing the victims and society generally revenged. Villefort cast a gloomy look around him. In my house, murmured he, in my house. Come, magistrate, said M. d'Avrigny, show yourself a man, as an interpreter of the law, do honor to your profession by sacrificing your selfish interests to it. You make me shudder, doctor. Do you talk of a sacrifice? I do. Do you then suspect anyone?